Alrighty. Hi, everybody. My name is Sophia Mondos, and I am the Sustainability Outreach Coordinator at Sarasota County IFAS Extension and Sustainability Office, and I'm going to be going over energy saving tips at home. So first, I'm just going to go over a little bit about where I work at the Extension Office. We are a partnership between Sarasota County, the University of Florida, and the USDA. We use the University of Florida's research and resources to address community needs through community initiatives, classes, outreach, and volunteer opportunities. And over there on the right, you can see the different programs that we have at our office, and I fall under sustainability. And here are a few of our other programs. And if you're interested in any of them or finding out more classes or any information about any of the ones listed here, just let me know and I can connect you with the right person at our office. But for today's webinar, I'm going to go over where energy is used in your home, low and no cost energy saving strategies, other saving strategies, and additional energy and financial resources. And throughout the webinar, if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat box and we can answer them as we go along, or we can save them until the end, whichever you prefer. The chat box, there should be a black bar at the bottom or at the top of your screen. And or if you don't see a little button that says chat, there's a button that says more with 3 dots, and you can click that and then you should see chat. If you have any issues, feel free to also unmute yourself if you'd like to ask a question that way if you can't seem to find the chat, which is totally fine. But first, like I said, we're going to go over where energy is used in your home. So Cassidy will be my little helper today with this webinar. Cassidy, where do you think energy is used the most in a hot, humid climate like in Florida?
Mute myself there. My guess would be AC.
That is a great guess, which I'm sure we could have all guessed as well, because mine is running right now and has been for like the past 3 months. Air conditioning is the biggest user of energy in our homes, followed by heating and water heating. Lighting is also a very big one. And then past that, it's a lot of the plug loads in our home. So things that like our appliances and other devices. And this is super important to think about because if we know where the energy is used in our home, then we know where we want to address it. Once we start doing energy efficiency projects, we know what we can address and where we can make the biggest impact financially and for our energy usage. So this is just a picture of our typical FPL bill, which I'm sure you all are familiar with if you live in the area. So you can see your kilowatt hour usage and your price, of course. And that's just kind of a little thing to point out. If you like to track your kilowatt hour usage, that's your energy usage. So you can check that out month by month and track it and see how you're doing. So that can help you set your energy saving goals as you go forward with all your projects. So there are generally 2 ways to save when you're doing energy savings at home. One is related to efficiency, and that's just our products or technology that we install in our home. And the second being the way we live our lives and what we do in our home and how we use it and how we choose to conserve it consciously. Starting with some no-cost energy savings, you can just simply turn off lights, fans, electronics when not in use or when you're leaving the room. Set your thermostat to different settings when you're home or away. When you're home, you want to do in the winter 68, 55 when you're away, 78 when you're home in the summer, and 82 when you're away. And those can seem pretty different from what you probably find comfortable, but that's just a recommended setting for energy efficiency. And if you don't feel comfortable with any of those, that's no problem. There's no pressure to do those. But 1 degree bump up or down in your thermostat can make a difference. So you could at least start with bumping it up 1 in your AC. If you have it set to 72 every day, try out 73 and see if you can try to acclimate, because a degree can make a difference on your bill. Try to turn down your water heater if you can to 120 degrees Fahrenheit. If it's significantly higher than that, then it could be affecting your bills. Don't waste hot water, and you can also do that by trying to take shorter showers. Some more no-cost energy savings for your refrigerator and freezer. If it's full, it's more efficient. Check your gasket. If there's a leak or if it's loose, then you're using, of course, more energy than you should be, but you can check it by putting a dollar bill and closing it in the refrigerator door. And if it slides around underneath the gasket, then you know that you don't have a proper seal. Let foods cool before putting them in there, and then keep it in a cool location, so not in a hot garage. And another good thing you can do is try to keep your refrigerator coils clean. That'll help it run more efficiently. With your washer, wash them in cold water if you can. Full loads is more efficient. Air dry if you can, especially during the summertime when it's nice and warm out. And then if you use the dryer, clean out the lint trap every time. That'll also help it run more efficiently. When you're cooking, use the right size pot for the burner. That'll help prevent from using more energy than you should be. Run the dishwasher like the laundry machine on full loads, and then air dry if you can. Close the drapes to prevent heat gain or blinds or any other type of window covering that you use, so that you prevent the sun from coming in during the hottest time of the day. But then in the winter, do the opposite, where you let it in so that you can heat your home naturally that way, and then close it when the sun goes down so that you don't lose that heat when it gets cooler. Fans, of course, use less than air conditioning, so try to use that when you can. Then use the energy saving settings on all your devices whenever possible. It does make a difference, especially with like computers and things like that. It helps put them to sleep so they're not running 24/7. And then, like I said before, with your FPL bills, you can track it by benchmarking your energy usage. You can see where you are every month, and that can help you set goals, and then you can track your progress. If you start implementing energy efficiency projects, you can see how you're doing and if it is making a difference. It's all about taking baby steps and just doing what you're comfortable with. And then ensure your air vents aren't blocked so that you're not doing more energy than you need to be to cool a space or heat a space. And then, of course, make sure you don't have doors and windows open while your HVAC is running. Next, for low-cost energy-saving options, you can use programmable thermostats. Those help a lot, especially with those home and away temperatures, like I mentioned. You can set those to automatically switch at certain times of the day, maybe cooler at night or cooler during the day and not as cool of a setting at night. And then you can also get ones that will connect to your phone. So if you forgot, you can leave the house and you forgot you're at the grocery store, you can bump up the AC if you forgot to do that yourself before you leave. You can get drapes that are a little more insulating, again, for that heat gain coming in through the windows. Try to get Energy Star fans and lighting fixtures, because Energy Star fans can actually be 50% more efficient than your conventional ones. So that can do a lot with your energy cost savings, because I don't know about you all, but my fan is running basically 24/7. And then you can also wrap your water heater to try to insulate it more and try to save a little more energy that way. Then with your air filters, you want to check it monthly, and then at a minimum, change it every 3 months. And that'll help run your AC more efficiently. And then install LED lighting indoors and outdoors. For the outdoor ones, you can also combine that with a motion and light sensor so that they're not on when they don't need to be. And then indoors, it makes a big difference too, because they last 25 times longer than your incandescent ones. And then they also don't put off as much heat. So it'll also save on air conditioning costs and make it more comfortable in the home. And a few more low-cost energy-saving tips. You can use a smart power strip like the one on the right for your plug loads, like your devices, all your TV stuff, and those types of things that run even when they're not in use. So those are things that are still warm to the touch, even though you're not using them, or they have like little red lights. All those things are running even though they're not being in use. So you can use a smart power strip to manage those plug loads, so you're not wasting energy with those devices even when they're not being used. Then shade your air conditioner outside you can do little plantings or install something to try to shade it without blocking the airflow. And then same for, again, the heat gain through your windows. If you can plant something outside to help block even more sunlight, that would be great, and it would look nice. Then for your building envelope, like I said with the chart in the beginning, air conditioning uses a big part of our energy use. So if you can improve the building envelope as best as you can to prevent any leaks of air and seal it up as best as you can, that'll really help a lot, and it's pretty inexpensive. And you can do that with weather stripping, caulking, insulation, foam gaskets that can go in outlets, and then you can do those sealing up your home in all those areas like windows and doors and anywhere there's wall penetrations that could go to the exterior. In the attic and crawl space is a big one where we lose energy to, and then ductwork. And then just some other tips besides low and no cost ones. Like I said in the beginning, it's super helpful to know exactly where your energy is being used. So then you can target those areas and start with them first. That way you don't invest too much in an area that isn't even that big of an energy user. And a great way to do that, besides looking at that pie chart, is getting an energy audit for your home. And you can do that through a private company, or a lot of utilities offer that as a service. FPL, for example, has on-site home energy evaluations where they do a basic energy audit and then they provide you specific ways that you can do for your home to save energy for you. I'm not sure how they're doing that now since there's not a lot of in-home visits, but I know they also have other online services where they can help and consult with you and find specific measures that work best for your home. And then just a general thing to keep in mind, anytime you're getting any type of new appliance or device, try to look for that Energy Star logo. That way you know you're getting the most energy efficient product. And then if you have the opportunity to start from scratch and you are building a new home or residence of any kind for yourself, try to get it from the get-go and get the most energy efficient materials and design it in the best and most sustainable way. And you can also certify your home as a green building. And then once you have done all of the energy efficiency measures that you can think of, at least ones that you have found a measurable impact from, then after that, that's when you start considering if renewable energy is a potential option for you in your home. So you want to invest, like I said, after you've seen measurable success with your energy efficiency projects. And then you can look into getting something like solar PV on your roof or a solar hot water heater for your hot water use or for your pool. Then if that's not an option for you to have it physically on your home, there's also options of ways you can still get involved with renewable energy if it's not completely on site. FPL Solar Together is a good example I can think of where you can still have the benefits of solar, but not have it physically at your home. So Cassidy, again, how much do you think the average Sarasota County household spent on energy in 2017?
Well, I'm glad there's multiple choice options because those were not going to be my guess if there weren't. B.
That is an amazing guess because it is $1,200, which I don't know where you personally fall in that realm of energy usage, but that sounds like a lot to me. And a great way to bring that down is, like I said, through energy efficiency measures. You can start with just ones that are easy, low-hanging fruit, no and low cost, small investment, and it can greatly bring down your energy usage. It's better for the environment and it saves you money. And then if you are not a owner of a property, there's still things you can do as a renter. First, before you even start renting, make sure you ask about what the general price of utility is and see if that's something that's affordable to you or it's something that kind of makes sense or that you could work with before you ever sign a lease. And then do what you can without permission at your rental property. So that would be things like your control, that are in your control, like the temperature settings, the light bulbs you use, the plug loads that you have and how you manage your plug loads, like with the smart strip, like I mentioned. And you can also see about what small improvements you can make with permission from your landlord. So that might be things like installing a programmable thermostat. And then as a renter, do your due diligence and follow the maintenance responsibilities that you have and that you should try to keep up with yourself, like changing out and cleaning those air conditioning filters. And then you can also encourage your landlord to take these efficiency measures that you can't do and have them try to do it themselves, like getting new appliances whenever it is time for them to upgrade, and make sure they get energy efficient products if they allow you to be in the process of helping them figuring out what they want to get next for their units. And lastly, I'm going to go over just a few other energy resource information and financial resources for all these energy efficiency potential projects that you could do for your home. So for energy, if you want to learn more about energy, like ways you can save on energy at home, you can visit our website at scgov.net/energy upgrade. There you'll find other programs that we have under energy upgrade, but you'll also find tips beyond the low and no cost ones that I talked about today. The Department of Energy has a really great, short and sweet energy saver booklet that is really helpful and goes more into depth with every part of your home and how you can make it more efficient. There's a PDF version online, and that there, if it's underlined on any of my slides, it's a link. So after this presentation, I'll send out a PDF version of these slides so you can go through and click on whatever is interesting to you. And then if you can't access them for some reason, just let me know and I can send you the direct link. Then we have an energy upgrade workshop coming up on July 28th. You can register for free through our Eventbrite. And that workshop is basically like this class, but it goes more into depth on ways that you can save on energy at home. And then it also goes into ways that you can save on water at home. And you get a free kit that comes with the class that has small, inexpensive tools that can help you get started on energy and water savings. There's things like shower heads, efficient aerators, LED light bulbs, a smart power strip, and other little items like that. So that's a great class, and I encourage you to sign up for it. And then we have other energy-related classes that are coming up throughout the summer that you can check out on our Eventbrite. It's the IFAS Extension Sarasota County Eventbrite, but like I said, that's a link right there. We have, for example, a solar energy class coming up next month. And FPL also has energy saving resources and programs available through their website, and also rebates for different appliances if you need to change any out. And Energy Star also has more tips on their website. Financially, Energy Star has a rebate finder that helps you find rebates available to you in your area, and a list of federal income tax credits and other incentives available for this sort of thing. And there's also the database for state incentives in renewable energy and efficiency, which helps locate different incentives that are available based on where you are for renewable energy and efficiency upgrades for your home or business. And then there's PACE financing, which is a financing tool also available in Sarasota County. And the Florida Solar Energy Center has information if you're interested in finding out more about solar and how to finance that. This is just some links to some of the basic websites that I talked about throughout this presentation. And lastly, here are a few environmental resources that I thought were kind of fun to check out as a homeowner or home renter. At the EPA Power Profile, you can learn about the emissions that are associated with your home or business energy use. So you can type in how much energy you use per month and then what emissions are associated with that. And then that's kind of a fun way to track like what kind of environmental impact you have based on what you do in your own home. So it kind of connects all the dots between energy to environment and how there's a bigger picture beyond what we do at home. And then there's also the Air Now and EPA My Environment programs online that you can check out to look at local environment and air quality. And so thank you all for sitting with me this afternoon. I really encourage you all to stay connected with us in sustainability and at the Extension office. You can join the sustainability email list by emailing me or that email right there and letting me know. It comes out to you 4 times a year in your email, and we just give you updates on events and classes coming up. We have Facebook and Twitter where we update pretty often, and blogs. And then this October, we're gonna have our Sustainable Communities Workshop, so keep your eye out on that and how we're gonna plan that this year. And then we also have a volunteer program, and we do a yearly volunteer training. and that's scheduled for this September. So check that out on our Eventbrite if you want to learn more about that, or email me if you want to learn more about our volunteer program and if it's a good fit for you. So thank you all, and let me know if you all have any questions. While Cassidy shouts out any questions if I have any, I would really appreciate if you all after this would go on our online evaluation there and let me know what you all thought about this webinar, and because that helps us go forward with other classes that we provide to you all. Cassidy, is there anybody who has any questions?
Not yet. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to put it in the chat box or unmute your mic. But I do have a question.
Sure.
You'll send it to us, right?
Yes, I am going to provide a PDF copy of this presentation and send it out to everybody on our list.
Okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
And Siri said, thank you for the great info, Sophia.
You're welcome, Siri. All right. Well, if we don't have any questions, that's totally fine. But if you ever want to know more about anything I mentioned, feel free to reach out to me. My contact info is down there at the bottom of the screen, my email and phone number. And again, my name is Sophia Mondos, and thank you all so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Bye, everybody.